Yo, Rook's at it again, given the stressfully and furious honest music with Devi McCallion under the Black Dress's name, a project that blasts angst like the Black Ops ray gun with fierce scathing howls and instrumentals that rattle the brain within the skull like a human maraca. In hindsight, it makes sense that the next logical step would be a full-on grindcore and hardcore punk release. I did wonder if there was ever going to be a step forward for either of the two, and I suppose Rook also goes on about Slipknot every once in a while, so now we have Crisis Sigil, 5 tracks, 6 minutes and 7 seconds, which I reward with an 8. You'd wonder if 6 minutes gives Rook enough time to prove this as anything special in the field of hardcore music, but it only took about 2 for me to realise that was the case. Rook scowls and screams that I've really started to recognise as part of her style from Black Dresses and Shed Blood prove to be the perfect match for this volcanic backdrop. Each track is raw with drum patterns that sound like the mechanical clatters of a drifting deathbot, even employing some little percussion quirks akin to laser beams in that one boss fight from Donkey Kong Country 3. The songs spiral and swirl so much, I didn't feel as if 6 minutes was too little. I felt all the built-up anxiety and self-doubt, the trauma and the gaslighting, had been demonstrated purely well within that time frame. A track like Belong might subdue itself a little bit more and Rook would simply speak her words shakenly instead of scream them like she does on the rest of the EP. The drums pulse rapidly like a heartbeat that can't slow down, and you can actually decipher that hellish sense of panic that she's alluding to in the lyrics. At the very end of Breathe, when the track ends and everything is silent, you hear her gasp as she catches her breath, which takes you right out of the storm cloud of anger and reminds you that behind it all is still a person with fears and frailties. It's just a small split-second detail, but it does so much to demonstrate the very real humanity behind something that would otherwise be heard as intangibly furious. So just you imagine what the rest of the EP manages to achieve.